My beloved child, I speak to you now with a tender whisper that echoes through every moment of your life. I have seen the longing in your heart, and I have heard the quiet prayers you offer when no one else is watching. I know every thought that stirs within you, for I am the one who shaped you before the foundations of the world were set in place. I stand with you in the silence of the night, and rejoice with you in the first light of dawn, for I never depart from your side. My presence is constant, stronger than any storm you may face, and greater than any doubt that might weigh upon your spirit. Therefore take comfort in these words, for they come from my heart. You are precious, and you are loved. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. From the very beginning, I have lingered near you, waiting for the moment you would recognize my voice and open the door of your heart. Before you drew your first breath, I was already present, knitting together your days with my tender care. Even now, my spirit envelops you, guiding your steps and shining my light upon the path ahead. Do not believe the whisper of the world that says you must be perfect or flawless to find my favor. I do not require your perfection. I only desire your trust. Today, I extend my hand to you, that you might walk with me in peace and experience the fullness of my love. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. I see deep within your soul, for no thought, no desire, and no fear is hidden from my eternal gaze. Yes, there are days when your burdens feel overwhelming, and you wonder if your cries go unheard. But I assure you, I hear the faintest echo of your sigh, and I collect your tears as precious gems. In my word, I said, I will never leave you nor forsake you, and that promise stands through every trial. Hebrews 13:5. So when you are pressed on all sides, remember, I hold you in my mighty hand. Stand in confidence, for my power is made perfect in your weakness, just as Scripture reminds you. 2 Corinthians 12:9. I bless you. Move forward in peace. I know the journey has not always been easy. At times, the road winds through valleys of darkness, and you struggle to see the light that beckons you onward. But in those moments, I ask you to cling tightly to me. Remember how I parted the Red Sea for my children in Exodus, proving that no obstacle is insurmountable when I intervene. Let my faithfulness in the past encourage you for the future. I do not merely observe your difficulties from a distance. I walk beside you and lift you up when you stumble. Have no doubt, my plans for you are good, meant to bring you a hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. Take a moment to reflect on creation itself. In Genesis, I fashioned the heavens and the earth, and I breathed life into humanity, calling each one very good. You bear that original blessing, and even when struggles came, my grace abounded. I placed a rainbow in the sky as a covenant sign, a visible declaration that I keep my promises. Think of your own life as a tapestry. Every thread is carefully woven, each color shining in its own time. Nothing is by accident, for my hand is upon the loom. Keep your eyes on this truth, for what I begin, I always complete. I watch over you in every breath. Do not underestimate your worth. You are not just a face in a crowd or a name in a long list. You are uniquely formed, carrying the spark of my divine purpose within you. You hold a fragrance of eternity that the world desperately needs. In you, I see reflections of my own heart, and I yearn for you to see that beauty in yourself as well. Whenever you wonder if your life matters, remember that you are no accident. Your existence is a miracle. I called Abraham from his homeland and made him a father of many nations, showing that I can transform a single life into a beacon for countless others. So, lift your head, for you stand under my divine favor. Take heart, for I lead you into promise. Even in the deserts of your life, where it seems no rain will fall and no harvest can grow. I am there. Recall how I sustained my people with manna and quail in the wilderness, proving that I am the provider when resources appear scarce. Your circumstances may shift, economies might falter, but my kingdom never wanes. Therefore, when your hope feels dry, call upon me, and I will send refreshing streams of my spirit. I am the wellspring that never runs dry. In the Gospel of John, I declared, "Whoever believes in me, as Scripture has said, rivers of living water will flow from within them." My presence and provision are available to you always. Walk boldly, for I guard your every step. I know your heart aches for answers at times. You may have prayed for healing, for restoration, for breakthrough, yet you wait and wonder if my timing has somehow failed. Trust that my ways are higher than your ways. Isaiah 55:9. What seems like a delay is often my mercy at work, carefully aligning each detail to bring about the best outcome for you. When you surrender your timetable to me, you unleash the power of patience and the beauty of faith. I have never ignored the cry of my children, and I will not start now. Cling to hope, for my grace is sufficient. Yes, storms will arise. But do you remember when my son slept in the boat amidst the fierce tempest? Mark 4:35-41. The winds howled, the waves towered, and fear paralyzed the disciples. Yet when they called out, he rebuked the winds and brought calm. In the same way, I am here to speak peace into your personal tempests. You do not stand alone against the squalls of life. I am the calm in the eye of every storm. So when the seas roar around you, simply call my name and trust that I will bring you safe to shores of quiet. Rejoice, for I have prepared a bright tomorrow. Every prayer you whisper is like sweet incense before me. Even if your words are tangled, your tears are unspoken, petitions that I treasure. Be like David, who poured out his soul in the Psalms, trusting me despite his fears and failures. When your heart is too weary to formulate sentences, just call upon me. Lord, have mercy. I will respond because I am drawn to the contrite and humble heart. I am not impressed by eloquence, but by honesty. So do not hesitate to release your tears, your sorrows, your longings into my compassionate hands. Press on with courage, for my hand upholds you. Some days you may feel unworthy, burdened by mistakes, or overshadowed by guilt. But remember the cross, where my Son took upon himself the failures and flaws of all humanity. That act was the greatest expression of my unwavering love, a gift that stands as an eternal reminder. Your debt has been paid, and your shame has been covered. As far as the east is from the west, so far have I removed your transgressions. Psalm 103:12. Stand in freedom, acknowledging that you are redeemed by my mercy, not by your own strength. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. When you question your calling, think of Moses, who doubted his speech and his influence, yet through my power, he led an entire nation to freedom. I do not call the equipped, I equip the called. Through your weaknesses, my strength shines brightest. Therefore, do not shy away from the assignments I place in your path. Embrace the feeling of inadequacy, for in that vulnerability, my grace abounds. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever, and if I can make water spring forth from a rock, I can surely empower you to fulfill your purpose. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. Do you know that the very hairs on your head are numbered? Luke 12:7. That is how intimately I am involved in your life. You are not a statistic to me. You are a beloved soul for whom I would cross entire galaxies if needed. My care is not limited to grand miracles alone. I delight in being with you in the quiet, everyday moments as well. Whether you are sipping coffee at dawn or drifting off to sleep at night, I am there, quietly holding you in my tender embrace. In my kingdom, every detail of your life matters. I bless you. Move forward in peace. Sometimes you must wait for my plans to unfold. It can feel like you are in the belly of a whale, much like Jonah, uncertain and wanting to escape. Yet in that seeming place of captivity, I can work wonders. I can teach you perspective, build resilience, and refine your character. Waiting on my timing is not punishment. It is preparation for greater heights. Even the land lies fallow in the winter, preparing for the harvest to come. Likewise, your soul benefits from seasons of stillness. In due course, you will burst forth into abundance. So rest in my promises and trust that I am never late. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. In your devoted moments of worship, whether in a grand sanctuary or the quiet of your room, know that I am enthroned upon your praises. Psalm 22:3. Your songs of adoration are not wasted breath. They are a bridge between the seen and the unseen, a direct channel through which my spirit touches your heart. Even if you sing off-key, the melody of your sincerity reaches my throne. There is no gift too small for me to bless when it is given with a willing heart. Therefore, lift your voice, be it in silence or in shouts, and watch how I fill you with joy that surpasses all understanding. Philippians 4:7. I watch over you in every breath. Challenges may come from unexpected places. Friends might betray you, opportunities could slip through your fingers, and your own mind can become a battlefield of doubt. Yet, my beloved, do not fear the battles ahead. For as I was with David when he faced Goliath, I shall be with you in your hour of need. My spirit is like a stone in your sling, a divine force able to strike down the giants that intimidate you. Hold on to me, and do not forsake the gifts I have planted within you. With the simple faith of a shepherd boy, you can overcome every obstacle. Take heart, for I lead you into promise. I see how you sometimes reach for the praise of others, hoping their affirmation might fill the space in your heart meant for me. Yet I urge you to turn your gaze upward, for my approval is more steadfast and more fulfilling than any accolade this world can offer. When I say I love you, I do so with eternity in my voice. When I call you my own, no outside force can strip you of that identity. Just as Jesus looked at Peter and declared him the rock on which he would build his church, I see the foundation I have laid within you. Embrace your identity as my child. Walk boldly, for I guard your every step. Allow my peace to penetrate your anxious mind. In Psalms, David often cried out in desperation, yet always returned to a place of trust, acknowledging that I am his stronghold and refuge. I invite you to do the same. The storms of anxiety may threaten to overtake your thoughts, but my peace is like an unshakable fortress around your heart. In every breath you take, there is an opportunity to release your cares to me, for I am God Almighty, capable of holding your troubles. Just whisper, Lord, I trust you, and watch as my calm sets in. Cling to hope, for my grace is sufficient. Let gratitude fill your soul. Sometimes the simplest shift in perspective, like noticing the blade of grass, the gentle sunlight, or the warmth of a shared smile, can unlock your heart to my goodness. Make it a practice to give thanks, not because I need your praise, but because it reminds you of my constant provision. Did I not say in Scripture to enter his gates with thanksgiving? Psalm 104. This posture of thankfulness draws you nearer to my presence and keeps your eyes on the abundance rather than the lack. Choose to rejoice in the small and everyday gifts, and you will see a multiplication of peace in your life. Rejoice, for I have prepared a bright tomorrow. In moments of uncertainty, it is easy to grasp for control, to hold your future so tightly that your knuckles turn white. Yet, my dear one, open your hands, release that need for control, and let me guide the course of your life. You do not know what tomorrow holds, but I am already there, preparing the way. Just as I led my people through the desert by a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night, I am fully capable of leading you, even when the path seems obscured. Yes, sometimes I only light the next step, but trust that my hand is strong. Press on with courage, for my hand upholds you. Consider the seeds that must be buried in the darkness of the earth before they sprout into life. In the same way, certain dreams and desires might seem forgotten or hidden away, yet beneath the surface, I am nurturing them. My timing is perfect, and my plans often surpass your wildest expectations. Think about Joseph, who found himself in a pit, then a prison, before rising to a position of great influence in Egypt. What looked like detours were actually steps in my divine strategy. The same applies to you. What seems dead or lost is simply waiting for my appointed season to flourish. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. Never doubt that I am the author of new beginnings. Even if you have walked a crooked path, made choices you regret, or abandoned the place you once called home, I invite you back to a place of restoration. Like the father who ran to greet his prodigal son, my arms are open wide to welcome you. No matter how far you feel you have strayed, I am but a prayer away. Let the lesson of that parable remind you. Your failure does not disqualify you from my love. Indeed, it highlights my forgiveness. Each new day is an opportunity for a fresh start. So come and let me embrace you once more. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. I gently remind you that my kingdom values your secret gestures of compassion. The world applauds those who make a grand show of charity, but I also notice when you help someone in need without seeking recognition. When you offer a cold cup of water in my name, I see it as a precious act of mercy. Mark 9:41. I reward the intentions of your heart, not the pomp of the deed. So do not grow weary in doing good, even if no one else acknowledges your sacrifice. I am the God who sees you and will bless the work of your hands in due time. I bless you. Move forward in peace. You might feel that you lack certain gifts or talents, but I assure you I have planted in you every skill required for the tasks I have assigned. Recall how I used the staff in Moses' hand, an ordinary object, to accomplish extraordinary wonders. In the same manner, what you hold in your hands can become a catalyst for miracles when surrendered to my will. Focus on excellence in what you have been given, and I will multiply it for greater purposes. Let not the fear of man or the comparison to others rob you of confidence. Your life is unique, and your calling is divinely designed. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. In the garden of your heart, weeds of bitterness and resentment can choke the flowers of joy if left unattended. You may have been hurt by those you trusted, but harboring unforgiveness only chains you to the pain of the past. I invite you to forgive, not because the offense was trivial, but because I long to set you free. My son taught this when he said to forgive 70 times 7, a call to boundless mercy, Matthew 18:22. By choosing forgiveness, you open your heart to healing, making room for my love to flourish anew. I watch over you in every breath. My purpose for you is not a passive hidden agenda. I shine a lamp on your path, though sometimes you might only see the next few steps. Fear not, for progress often comes in the quiet shift of your heart more than in sudden leaps. Day by day, I am shaping you, using every moment, every victory, and every struggle to refine your character. Just as clay requires the potter's hands and some fire to harden into something beautiful and useful, you too may pass through seasons of intense heat. But do not fear the flames, for I am the one tending the kiln. Trust my hand. Take heart, for I lead you into promise. I call you into deeper fellowship. Do not settle for a casual, distant relationship with me. The curtains of the temple were torn from top to bottom when my son took his final breath on the cross, Matthew 27:51, symbolizing that the way into my presence is open. Now you may enter boldly, presenting your requests and laying down your worries without shame. My throne is a place of grace, not condemnation. Linger in my presence, through prayer, through meditation on my word, and through quiet reflection. Let my spirit speak to your innermost being, reminding you that you are mine. Walk boldly, for I guard your every step. I also encourage you to lift your eyes beyond your own needs, for I have made you a light to those around you. You might not see yourself as a spiritual mentor or guide, yet someone observes your faith and draws courage from how you handle adversity. The seeds of hope you sow in others do not return void. Be kind, for a single act of kindness can rescue a soul drowning in discouragement. Let my love in you burst forth like a river, nourishing the hearts of those in desperate need of compassion. In doing so, you reflect my image and multiply the grace you have received. Cling to hope, for my grace is sufficient. In your loneliest hours, remember the story of Elijah, who fled into the wilderness feeling utterly alone, believing he was the only prophet left. Yet, I had preserved many others who had not bowed to Baal. 1 Kings 19:14-18. Often, your sense of isolation clouds the fact that I have placed many kindred spirits around you. Pray for eyes to see the supportive community I have prepared. Even if you cannot perceive them now, they exist, and at the appointed time, I will bring them into your path. You do not stand alone in this journey, for my family is far larger than you can comprehend. Rejoice, for I have prepared a bright tomorrow. Though the world may spin in chaos, with wars, rumors of wars, and turmoil on every side, be at peace in the knowledge that I remain sovereign. I placed the stars in orbit and told the oceans how far they could go. Nothing escapes my sight or my dominion. Your safety does not depend on human stability, but on my timeless authority. When you feel overwhelmed by headlines and rumors, fix your gaze on me. In Revelation, I am revealed as the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, who holds all things together. Press on with courage, for my hand upholds you. Embrace the gift of rest. Your culture may praise constant hustle, but I designed you to need times of quiet reflection. In Exodus, I instituted the Sabbath so that my people would remember their dependence on me rather than their own labors. Rest is an act of trust, acknowledging that I am in control while you sleep and while you pause. So step away from the busyness now and then, and let my spirit renew your mind, body, and soul. In the stillness, you will hear my voice more clearly, guiding you to places of refreshment. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. Let your faith be more than just words. Live it out in actions of hope, compassion, and service. Remember that faith without works is dead, James 2:17, not because you earn my love through deeds, but because genuine faith naturally overflows in fruitful living. Be the light in dark places. Show mercy where others withhold it, and speak truth even when it's uncomfortable. The greatest sermons are often preached without a single word, through the example of a life surrendered to me. So arise, my beloved, and be my hands and feet in a world hungry for authentic love. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. You may wonder how long my mercy lasts or if there is a limit to my patience. Let me assure you, my compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Lamentations 3:22-23. My divine character is to forgive, restore, and rebuild. Yes, there are consequences to disobedience, but my heart yearns for reconciliation. Whenever you realize you have strayed, simply turn back. Like a loving parent who runs to embrace a lost child, I do not hesitate to restore you. You are not a lost cause. You are my precious one. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. Reflect on my word, the scriptures that I have left as a lamp for your feet and a light for your path. Psalm 119, 105. Within those pages lie stories of heroes and flawed individuals alike, men and women who found salvation and purpose in my presence. Do not be intimidated by what you do not understand. Let my Spirit illuminate each verse, teaching you truths that transform your mind and renew your spirit. Like fresh manna, my word provides nourishment to your soul every day. Hide it in your heart, that you might not stray from me. Psalm 119:11. I watch over you in every breath. I urge you to let go of envy and resentment. In this age of social media and endless comparisons, it's easy to feel inadequate when you see the curated success of others. But my plan for you is unique, and comparison only blinds you to the gifts I have specifically given. If you look to the left and right, you miss the blessings right in front of you. As I once told my servant Joshua, be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Joshua 1:9. Keep your focus on me and your path will be secure. Take heart, for I lead you into promise. Whenever hope seems dim, remember the sacrifice on Calvary. The cross stands as the eternal symbol of my unwavering love, a love so vast it traversed the great divide between heaven and earth. Let that sacrifice be the anchor of your hope, reminding you that nothing, not even death, can separate you from my love. Romans 8:38-39. My redemptive power did not end with the resurrection. It continues in the hearts of all who believe. So even if you face deep sorrow or injustice, hold fast to the truth that I have overcome the world. Walk boldly, for I guard your every step. I am the God of surprises, the God who turns water into wine, who opens barren womb, and who creates a pathway in the sea. If you are in a season of barrenness, whether it's a lack of ideas, resources, or fruitfulness, remember that I specialize in bringing life out of empty places. Hold on to the promise that I am able to do exceedingly abundantly above all you ask or imagine. Ephesians 3:20. Rehearse my past faithfulness, for it is the foundation of your future victories. I do not change like shifting shadows. What I have done before, I can do again. Cling to hope, for my grace is sufficient. Let humility guide your relationships. Pride only breeds quarrels, but humility invites my favor. Let my son's example inspire you. Though he was in very nature God, he emptied himself, taking the nature of a servant. Philippians 2:6-7. Show kindness to those who hurt you. Pray for those who persecute you, and seek to serve rather than be served. In this way you mirror my heart, for I am gentle and lowly in heart. Honor others above yourself, and you will find that my blessings flood your life in unexpected ways. Rejoice, for I have prepared a bright tomorrow. Never think your praise is too small or your prayer too insignificant. I delight in even the simplest offerings of your heart. When you wake up each morning, open your eyes and say, "Thank you, Lord, for another day." When you lay your head to rest at night, whisper your gratitude for the moments of joy and lessons learned in times of trial. These simple acts keep your heart attuned to my constant goodness. Remember how my son welcomed the widow's offering of 2 small coins, seeing in her gift a great act of faith. Mark 12:41-44. In the same way, I cherish every small token of worship you bring. Press on with courage, for my hand upholds you. My guidance can come in subtle promptings. A thought that nudges you to help a friend, a gentle voice telling you to pause and pray, or a burning desire to pursue a certain path for my glory. Do not ignore these holy whispers. The prophet Elijah found me not in the wind, earthquake, or fire, but in a gentle whisper. 1 Kings 19:11-12. Pay attention to these quiet signals in your daily life. I am always speaking, but you must be still long enough to listen. Let my spirit be the compass that steers you toward my perfect will. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. In times of distress, speak my name over your fears. Declare that I am your Lord, your healer, your protector, and your refuge. Verbal confession aligns your heart and mind with my truth, pushing away the lies that seek to trap you. My name carries weight. When David faced Goliath, he proclaimed that he came in the name of the Lord of hosts. 1 Samuel 17:45. That same power that topples giants is active in your life as well. So stand firm. Let your voice proclaim my goodness and witness how the darkness retreats. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. Picture the vine and the branches. You are the branch, and I am the vine. John 15:5. Apart from me, you can do nothing of eternal significance, but in me, your life becomes abundant. Abide in me through prayer and through a heart that seeks my presence above all. When you remain connected to the vine, you draw nutrients of wisdom, strength, and love that enable you to flourish. Do not break away, thinking you can sustain your own growth. Let my spirit flow through you, producing the fruits of gentleness, kindness, patience, and love in all you do. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. My beloved one, do not live in the shadow of regret. The past is behind you, and I grant you a spirit of power, love, and sound mind for the present. 2 Timothy 1:7. If you have made mistakes, bring them to me, and I will redeem them, using even your failures for my glory. The cross stands as the assurance that redemption is your heritage. The accuser may try to remind you of your faults, but my blood speaks louder than any accusation. Lift your chin, for I have set you free. The future is bright when your heart rests in my hands. I watch over you in every breath. I affirm that you are more than able through my strength. I have seen your heart, your desires to serve, and I am ready to pour out a special grace to empower you. My ability far exceeds what you deem possible. Remember how my son told the disciples that with men it is impossible, but with God all things are possible. Matthew 19:26. Align your faith with my promises, not with your limitations. When you walk in obedience, carrying my word as your sword, you stand in authority. I am with you, fighting your battles, providing for your needs, and leading you into new horizons. Take heart, for I lead you into promise. Reflect on the goodness that has been poured into your life. Even in dark times, you have witnessed glimpses of my mercy, whether through a timely phone call, a meaningful song, or a friend's warm smile. These are not coincidences. They are my touch points, gentle reminders that I am near. Every blessing is a signpost pointing you homeward, back to my heart. Let your mind dwell on these moments of grace, and let gratitude be the lens through which you view the world. A thankful heart is an invitation for more of my presence. Walk boldly, for I guard your every step. Finally, as you move forward, carry this message deep within. My love for you is an everlasting love. Neither height nor depth, angels nor demons nor any other power can separate you from my love. Romans 8:38-39. Each step you take is under my watchful eye, and my grace lights the way. Your faith is not in vain. Expect miracles, expect transformation, and expect my goodness to surprise you again and again. Even if you feel unqualified, I am the one who qualifies the called. Trust in me, seek me first, and watch as I weave every thread of your life into a masterpiece of redemption. Cling to hope, for my grace is sufficient.